It's Halloween, of course.
It's Halloween, it's Halloween, it's time for scares, it's time for screams. It's Halloween, it's Halloween.
Yes, thank you, the Shags. More on them in a moment. Over half of parents admit they steal Halloween candy from their children. The others are lying. And just to be clear, it's not stealing. When my kids were young, I told them this is a tax. This is the parent tax. It's to help pay for your care and well-being. Hand me that Snickers bar. Addison, Texas. This is a sad Halloween tale. A person who bought a home at auction made a grim discovery the other day. The body of the previous owner. She died likely from natural causes weeks ago. And though the mail piled up and none of her neighbors had seen or heard from her, no one checked on her. Police say she was dead for some time. Another creepy Halloween tale, Denver. A mother says a voice she did not recognize and could not understand has been heard coming from her son's Wi-Fi-enabled baby monitor. The makers of the Nanit baby monitor say they've reviewed the device's login and they can find no explanation. Well, clearly it's haunted. There can be no other explanation. Coke has announced it's bringing back Dr. Pepper competitor Mr. Pibb from the dead. I got to be honest with you, I did not know Mr. Pibb was gone. And for some reason, I've never tried it. I like Dr. Pepper. I'll try it. I guess their new marketing angle is that it has more caffeine than Dr. Pepper, which I'm always in favor of. Excuse me, I need some coffee. Paris, a bit more on the Louvre heist story. A mugshot has been released of one of the suspects, and he has set off a thirst herd around the world. He's very handsome, there's no question. And a lot of people are commenting on his handsomeness. Could have made a living as a model, I think. But no, he's knocking over the Louvre. Today's Ohio Proud moment, Columbus caught on video a white guy arguing with an African-American male in what appears to be some sort of road rage. And we see the white guy turn around, drop trowel, and moon the other guy while yelling something about being all white. He let loose some racial slurs as well, and it appears the man he was yelling at had his phone out, and this dude probably should have taken off his employer-issued sweatshirt before doing all that, because now people know where he works. Meriden, Connecticut, following an investigation, a 65-year-old softball umpire has been charged with inappropriately touching players during a game in July. Charleston, West Virginia, a man in jail for shooting and wounding a customer who had gone through the drive-thru window at his Little Caesars. The employee went outside and opened fire because the customer was staring at him. Okay. Guelph, Ontario. Police looking for a stolen truckload of whipped cream worth about $80,000.
Have a pretty good weekend in Vegas with all that stuff.
Indeed. Fort Pierce, Florida, close to one another down there, a public beach and a public nude beach. Of late, the nude beach's parking lot has been undergoing construction, and so the nude beach people are going down the road and getting naked at the other beach, which is not allowed. Police have received more than a few calls and have already made arrests for public nudity. And I've seen the mugshots. It would be like me being on a nude beach, and nobody wants that. I've always wondered about that. People who are totally comfortable being naked around other naked people. It's like when I had the Westerville Health Club, which is no longer, but we were members back in the day. And, you go in the locker room, and you got all the old guys who are like, yep, just letting everything just out there, hanging out naked, not going in, showering, getting dressed, and getting the hell out, just sort of lingering, It's like, have you seen that Progressive Insurance ad, the Don't Be Your Parents ad, where the guy's in the locker room and he's like, so they just hang out in here? Yeah, they just stand around naked. There's one guy eating his lunch. Schwäbisch Hall in Germany. Police had to track down a man who had called to say he had fallen and didn't know where he was. Turns out he was so profoundly hammered that night that he fell out of the second floor window of a pub and into a yard belonging to a neighboring butcher shop. He then broke into the butcher shop and ate sausages before making that call to inform them that he didn't know where he was. I hope the sausages were cooked. Selma, Indiana, band booster mom drains band booster account. Amanda Ullman, accused of stealing $45,000 from the high school band booster account that she was in charge of, and police say she spent the money gambling and on cigarettes and clothing. When questioned, Ullman told police that she took the money because she suspected members of school district staff of fraud. So she essentially removed the money from their reach. That's her story. Ullman went on to tell them that she gave some of the money to charity, and the clothes that she purchased, she donated, which is probably a whole lot of bullcrap. The kicker is, Ullman was caught after the band tried to buy a piece of equipment they needed and discovered their account was overdrawn by $1,400. So, if you're going to run a scam like that, you should probably make sure that you're keeping accurate records to know how much money is in there. They're going to catch you if you're overdrawn. Just saying, dummy. Finally, Hopkinsville, Tennessee. Here's one for Halloween as well. Woman receives delivery. She believes it's the medication she had ordered. The box was kind of big, but sometimes stuff is just overpackaged. You can imagine her horror when she opened the parcel and discovered body parts, arms and fingers. So it turns out these were supposed to go to a medical school for training, and somehow they ended up on her porch. The coroner's office sent someone down to properly handle it. There we go. Dad joke alert. Dad joke alert. So yeah, who knows how these things happen? But it's all been straightened out. Have a great, safe Halloween weekend. Be on the lookout for the kids. Drive carefully as you make your rounds, and we'll chat again on Monday.